Hi, my name is Carolyn Shine, and I am a writer, a producer, a UPM, and a line producer. And I make sure that the numbers and the vision line up. The way that I start each and every day, I think, in the film business in Los Angeles is to be grateful, to be curious, to be ready for the challenges ahead. I think the thing is that there's no better industry to be in than in the film industry, because I think the thing is that we're seeing now how important media and stories are for people shaping what they believe and what they want to be and what their dreams are, and ultimately what kind of a society we will be. When I was 5, I was very sick. I contracted hemolytic anemia, which was basically at that time a fatal disease. The thing was that after being in the hospital for 6 months, they sent me home to die with a bunch of morphine. But the good thing was at that time you didn't tell everyone the truth. It was more like, hey, you're gonna get better. And so I bought into that story and I got better. And I think the thing was that it taught me that you can change outcomes by the story that you tell. And I think that was just, that was really important for me. So I've always kind of teetered between art and science. Art and science. I did a year of med school. The thing about that was that it was really tough. People dying is not a fun thing to be part of. So I came to a point where I had to make a decision about which path I wanted to take. I had been working in an intensive care unit, and I was going to become a doctor, and I really, really loved the fact that you could change people's lives. But that was during the time of AIDS. 7 young men under the age of 40 died. I was the last person they saw because their families, first of all, they had to deal with them being gay. Then they had to deal with the fact that they had this killer disease, and many of them died alone. I just realized I just did not have the emotional stamina to kind of go through that a lot. I wanted something that was more happy. So then I started doing wedding planning for a long time. So I did 250 weddings, but weddings generally don't tend to be the really happy event that you think they're going to be, especially when you're planning them. So the thing was that reality versus dreams. It was, a lot of conflict with that. Everybody wanted a Princess Diana wedding on a hot dog budget. I got into doing things about money and dreams. And I think that sort of led me to, let's do films. And so it was kind of a combination of art and science. I switched majors. I was at UCSD at the time, and I went into filmmaking at UCSD. And I got lucky, and the first film I got to do was Killer Tomatoes Eat France, which was like we were pumping tomatoes full of tomato sauce, so when they hit someone, they would explode. And it was just, how to take and animate tomatoes. And that was really like the real magic of what could happen. You want to get your purpose and your destiny aligned. And so when I didn't die, my mother told me that I was destined to do something great. So the thing is that how do you find the answer to that question? What is my destiny? What am I supposed to do? And it can be a long and arduous path to find what is your purpose. It's not quite as easy. It's like Luke Skywalker or something like that. There's a lot of misdirection. But I think the thing was that I really found that I liked making movies. I like the mayhem of it. I like the warfare of it. I like the challenge of it. I like the fact that every day you have to be inventive. You have to find a way to solve the puzzle. You have to live within the box. That was something that when I switched my career and went back to USC to go to film school, there was a teacher there, Judy Irola, who was this great woman cinematographer. And her whole thing was that the box is the most important thing in your art, because you have to have something to push against to make yourself, be inventive, to come, and live within the space that you're given.